Oh, hey guys, it's a DJ. It's Saturday morning. It's supposed to be windy today. We're getting our hurricane or tropical storm Helena uh, effects, I guess, today coming in. Don't know if it'll make it all the way up to the northwest burbs or not, but anyway, we're gonna see some wind and maybe some more rain. We can always use the rain. What I wanted to talk about today was you know, potential for, I don't know if you've been watching the news in the last couple of weeks. It's been the Middle East has been kind of escalating, and a lot of people just kind of don't get into um, foreign policy and what's going on in the rest of the world. And if you think the United States is messed up, what's happening in the Middle East is really messed up. It's um, it's escalating, folks. Just recently, we started to send another, I think, another battle group or aircraft carrier over there. We've already got a shitload of, yeah, shitload, shitload of boats over there, and in various the Red Sea, the Mediterranean, and then I forget what the other the other ocean is over there. We've got them. We've got a lot, at least three of them covered over there. So send in some more. And the government's not saying how many military people they're sending. So that's kind of fishy too. It kind of worries me when they don't disclose things like that. And I don't know if you've been watching what's been going on with Lebanon. The Israelis are dropping some massive bombs over there. I mean, they just got the head of Hezbollah. They just canned him, and they're dropping some pretty nasty stuff that we've been giving them. So you can see that on the news too. So I guess the my message here is um, Israel's fighting back as they should, right? They've been kind of been playing nice neighbor for many years over there, and they're kind of being assaulted on seven different fronts, and all these people that dislike Israel are funded by our friends in Iran, folks. Yes, we run Iran. Yeah. Um, so things are getting dicey. Things are getting dicey. We could be going to war here in one way or another. I mean, if what's going on in Ukraine's not enough to worry about, and potential of Taiwan kicking off at some point, although that seems like it's been kind of quiet for whatever reason, surprises me. Israel is, the Middle East is on fire as far as I can tell. If you were to ask me, I would say the Middle East is on fire, and it does impact you and me as citizens of the United States because we really can't afford a full out war in the Middle East. I'm sure we're spending a crap load of money there right now. Yeah, crap load. I mean, I think we've got two aircraft carriers over there, and I've seen a map on TV. There looks like about 20, 30, 40 boats over there. Lots of missiles and firepower. You name it, we got it there, and we're sending more. That's the message. We're sending more. Um, Kind of unsettling. And if we do go to war, look for the draft to be reinstated. Do you have any youngins out there that are getting ready to get out of high school? There could be a draft. And because of all of the equity stuff, right? We're all big into equity. your daughter or your son could get drafted potentially, right? I don't know how that would work, but I think the females are eligible to be drafted too at this point in their lives. Think about that. Got the Christmas mug out here today. It's early in the morning here. It's like 6 o'clock central, 64 degrees, 67 degrees, 607, 67. How does that happen, right? 607, 67. Like, share, subscribe. I am DJ Wonder Chrissy. That's Donnie. It's a DJ and Donnie morning show. We try to ring our bell as much as we can. We got some sound masters here to help us along the way. And hope you're ready for whatever the hell's coming in the Middle East. Yeah. We are the cavalry in the Middle East, folks, whether you like it or not. And it's escalated. A lot of people just ignore the international news section of the news. And I'm here to tell you need to pay attention because this thing could get out of hand. We could be into World War III, right? It's been a while since we've had a massive war in this world. And there's been a lot of technology advances since then, more aligned of nuclear bombs, right? Nuclear bombs have really expanded, been perfected, can do some nasty stuff. As documented at least in the olden days in Nagasaki, Japan, right? We dropped some in Japan back in I think it was World War II, and changed that country forever. Certainly. War is not good, folks. I'm here to tell you, war is not good. You don't want to go to war unless you can avoid it. And what do we have between us and war at this point? Joe Bergen. You know Joe Bergen, the guy in the White House? Yeah. And his little propeller hat? Do you trust Joe Bergen to keep us out of war? And have you heard the phrase, when all else fails, go to war? I'm here to tell you, the demo rats are the party of raging war. They love them some war. They are part of the establishment that loves to build bombs and waste your money in war. Bro, choose one. I don't know what you're talking about. Entent or Central Powers. Not sure what that's about, Samuel Gill, what you're referring to. Talking about the Middle East. There is no central power in the Middle East. That's kind of the problem there. um, so I'm just trying World War I teams. Now we were talking about World War II, talking about Nagasaki and nuclear bombs, which we don't want to deal with, right? Anyone that's around knows that Iran, let's go back to Iran, right? Iran is supplying and financing many bad actors in the Middle East, Yemen, the Houthis, Hezbollah, the people in Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq. They're funding them all and powering them with all sorts of weapons of war. And there's some that say that Iran themselves is this close to getting a nuclear bomb. Okay, there's only a couple of nuclear powers in the world right now: United States, China, Russia, maybe India. Don't know if there's any more, but it's very limited. Gaza rally expected Israel to not invade them when they attack the festival. Yeah, because the reason they attacked the festival was they wanted to mix it up out there, but they didn't want the Saudi Arabia to sign up for peace and extend the Abraham Accord, I guess, or sign the Abraham Accord or something. They were this close. Israel and Saudi Arabia were this close to working out a deal for more peace. That's why the festival happened. And if you think about it a little bit more, the reason they had that festival or they attacked that festival is very similar to why Russia invaded Ukraine, because there was no deterrent in the White House. Nobody is afraid of Joe Bergen and Kamala Kookhead, right? You know who I'm referring to? The people that are in the White House, the one that's campaigning for the White House? Joe Bergen and Kamala Kookhead. There you go. So they said, hey, how can we stop this whole Saudi Arabia thing from happening? Let's start a little confrontation and take some hostages, which they did. And as I mean, I'm against war, but when somebody does that to you, Israel had every um, every reason to fight back. It was like I think about when you were in high school or grade school, and someone would threaten you daily, every day, just to threaten you because he knew you wouldn't fight back. At some point, you got to fight back. And let's just say Israel's doing a good job. I mean, if you haven't seen some of the stuff that they've done with walkie-talkies, right, and pagers, they've uh, they've they've pulled off some pretty remarkable technology with the pagers and the walkie-talkie, where they've weaponized those, and actually supposedly they're saying that the reason they got the head of Hezbollah was they were able to track him with the pagers and the walkie-talkie. So they've weaponized a little electric device rather well. Very smart of the Israelis. You never fought back in high school. Stop trying to make yourself seem tough, little guy. I'm not a little guy, man. I'm a big guy. I'm a biggin. I'm a biggin. Kaiser Soze, whatever. That's a nasty name. Kaiser Soze. You're like from Germany or something. Anyway, Israel has every right to fight back, and they'd be fighting back big time, folks. They'd be dropping some massive bombs in Lebanon right now. Check out the video. Check out the news. Check out the video of these bombs. They're just like, they're dropping them and they're like burning everything in sight. Um, Nobody can answer the question. What question are we talking about? Fred Chambers. Hey, Fred, you got a normal handle there. Congrats to you, my friend. I can actually read it and understand what it's all about. We got Samuel Gill. We got Monster. Kaiser Soze. Fred Chambers, why does Trump want to be president? He has money. Because he wants to save our country. I don't know if you live in the United States or not, but we're losing our country. We're losing our country to the progressives who are like Cookie Kamala. She is a progressive. Kaiser Soze. Okay, that's a little bit better. Think usual suspects. I can't think of anyone that I know that Kaiser Soze. I don't know anybody that would fit that bill. I'm afraid, friend. From what? Save our from uh, from globalism. The progressives are into globalism, my friend. Um, they're into spend, spend, spend. They're into DEI stuff. but mostly climate change. Have you ever heard of climate change? The Green New Deal, right? The Green New fraud, making people use EVs. They want everyone to have a EV. They um, they want to send all of our money to places like Ukraine and support foreign wars, while the people at home live in cardboard boxes and have to pay exorbitant amounts of rent. They can't afford a home. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? Do you know anybody that's wanted to buy a home and they can't because of high interest rates? Our economy's not doing so well, folks. Economy here is not doing very well. I'm here to tell you. Although the media tells you, um, yeah, that's your opinion, Fred. But he's our best chance for being saved. At this point, things are so bad. He is the best chance and pretty much the only chance to save our economy. I'm here to tell you that. He says this is the guy that didn't pay taxes for. Well, he was smart. He was smart, my friend. When you own businesses like that, there's what they call tax loopholes, where that's what you do. You use loopholes and you try to avoid taxes. And that's what people that own businesses and have lots of money to afford lawyers do. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Hope you guys are having a good day. And we got Raz Monatu, who says he's a liberal who wants Trump to win. Yeah, there's a lot more like you, Raz. A lot more like you, because inflation is raging here. Inflation is causing the average family of four um, over $12,000 a year, over $1,000 a month, more than just 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, that's a lot of money. It's been happening for 3.5 years now. So take that $12,000, multiply it by three. That's like $36,000. So people had to come up with an extra $36,000 just to get by. Who do you know's got $36,000 just laying around or able to scrape together 36,000 extra dollars? Because people, inflation, if you go to the grocery store, it's common knowledge that prices in the grocery store have gone up 20%. That's 20%. And they're not coming, prices ain't coming back down. So who do you know has got in the last 3 to 4 years has kept pace with that and gotten 20% increase on their salary or their take home pay? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Most people I know are lucky to get 3 to 4%. And it's getting to the point now where companies can't afford to pay their workers anymore. They're laying them off. Yeah, everything went up but wages, right? Housing prices here are still ridiculous. Interest rates are starting to go down a little bit, but they're not going to lower interest rates much more, because they really should be raising interest rates, because our economy is some some problems here. In some problems. How much do you think prices would go up after Trump starts putting tariffs on everything? I think he'll be very judicious with his tariffs. He'll put tariffs on stuff that Americans can provide, American companies can provide. So he'll be selective. He just won't slap it on everything. Um, he talked about John Deere, because John Deere is trying to move part of their operation to Mexico, and he'll slap it on John Deere. He'll keep John Deere. John Deere is probably thinking right now about their move to move to Mexico. So that might save us some jobs here, and that's what we need. Um, Don't get me wrong. The middle class and the American citizen has been sold out by the Democrats and the Republicans for the last 25, 30 years. The elites, the ruling elites of our country really thought that moving manufacturing out of the United States and making our economy more of a service economy was the right way to go. But as you see, it causes problems and adds risk, right? 91% of our pharmaceuticals come from another country. Okay, I saw that on the news the other day. 91% of all pharmaceuticals come from some other country. So what happens when we decide to get in a war with a country by the name of China? Do you think they'll maybe start putting stuff in our drugs? Right? They're already doing it to the illegal stuff. They'll just take including China's fentanyl. Yeah, they'll just add that to your blood pressure pill. That would make you feel happy, won't it? All made in China. Yeah. So as you see, relying on other countries can be an issue when you start getting into a little spat with those countries, okay? So yeah, we've got some problems here, folks. We got some problems. Just as Chicago and New York City and Colorado are unwinding, right? They're unwinding. We've covered that on this channel pretty in depth, right? The world is unwinding, right? The Middle East is unwinding like you've never seen it before. Yep, Vinnie Jones says taking fentanyl just once can be fatal. You know it. Just takes a few specks, my friend. Just a few specks of fentanyl will kill anybody. And it is. It is. I mean, there's 100,000 people a year at minimum that are succumbing to fentanyl. You know, it's in all sorts of stuff. If you're buying anything that's not coming from a normal pharmacy, you don't know where it came from, you're taking your lives in your hands. You are. You are. So be smart out there, folks. Be smart. Um, so today, the message today is continue preparing. There could be a world war tomorrow, folks. I'm here to tell you that. And it seems like we just keep getting closer and closer to an altercation. And it's not, the media doesn't cover it that much. I mean, if you depending on which outlet you watch, they may give you like a minute or two of world news and they kind of gloss it over. But I'm here to tell you, you need to get out there and dig and find out more about what's going on in the world, specifically the Middle East, because it's not good. It is not good. And as I said before, we're this close to a world war. And like I said, it all goes back to who's in the White House, folks, right? You better run for the hills if a war breaks out tomorrow. You'll be one of those first casualties. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I've been preparing, Kaiser. So I've been preparing. We've got protection. We got some protection. We got our food preps. We have a plan. We have a plan. We've got probably got about 60 days of food. Got some water. Just bought a new firewood rack. I got some firewood. Got 3 or 4 cans of propane for my grill. Got about 10 gallons of gas plus whatever I can hold in my cars. Got a generator. Sitting pretty well. I'll be able to get by. The question is, will you be able to get by? Because I won't be entertaining anyone knocking on my door, right? Hello, can you help us out? We didn't prepare. SOL, my friend. SOL. Don't be knocking at my door or ringing my bell. I'm the only one that rings my bell. I'm here to tell you that. I am the only one here that rings my bell. How about this stuff? You guys been buying any of this stuff? If there's a world war, maybe our dollar will plunge a little bit more. This stuff is at all-time highs. This is like $32 now. This is at an all-time high, and gold is looking like it's heading to $3,000. Once gold hits 3,000, what's stopping it from going to $5, $6, $7, $10,000 an ounce? Might want to think about that. This is real money. This has been around for 5,000 years. This has value. This has value that it will always have. It's had value for 5,000 years. This is God's money. This is America's money. Used to be backed by gold. No longer backed by gold, my friend. This is backed by confidence. And confidence is running low these days. No one has come to your door for the past 5 years. Why would you expect someone to come to your door during wartime? Because they didn't prepare. They didn't prepare, my friend. They didn't prepare. There's a lot of people in my external circles who aren't prepared. I know they're not prepared. They're barely prepared for the life they have right now, let alone when things get bad. So that's why I know. It's just a fact of life, my friend. Poll some of your friends. Ask them if they're prepared and how they're prepared. You'll find out that they're not prepared. I urge you to try living, turn off your power and try living off a generator or food and stuff that you already have for a couple of days, like the people in Florida are doing. You're not who would come to mind if you're thinking of who would protect you. That doesn't make sense. Where did you go to school, Kaiser? So your thoughts are like circular and entangled here. There's not even a complete thought. So anyway, you need to save yourself. That's the message, folks. You need to save yourself. No one's here to save you. No one's here to protect you. You need to protect yourself. There you go. Maybe somebody will come to your house, put you in handcuffs, take you to the south side of Chicago and release you. Then you have some fun, right? We're all worried about Chicago coming to our neighborhood. And believe me, we've thought about that. We've thought about that here. And we're protected. We are well protected. All right. So we're almost 30 minutes in. It's early in the morning. I just thought I would add a little something for you guys to think about. Tandem, whoever, I could care less about tandem. Anyway, we just wanted to bring you a little thing to think about, and that's World War III in the Middle East breaking out, because it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Things are escalating, and I hope that you're prepared. Just another reason to be prepared. And if you're not, you may want to think about it at some point, because time's running low, my friends. Time's running low. So we're going to end for today. I'm going to end the show as we end every show here at the DJ and Donning morning show with a hand slap and a see ya.